Up off net? Up off? What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the Dope. It's Friday. All right, man, look. Tony Harrison, he said he's the reason why the fight is big. Oops. All right, man, look. Tony Harrison, he said in the final press conference, he is the reason why this is a big fight. Boot. Let's get to the video. First, I want to say this. Up off net. That is UPOFFNENT. What does up off net mean? I have to use it in a context. The only way I can say this. Up off net. Let's talk about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., him coming in overweight. He had $3 million up off net, and he lost $1 million because he came in overweight. Okay, he was fined $1 million up off net. You know, and that made me think. $3 million, $2 million is a lot of money, but $2 million would be shit if I knew that I made myself lose $1 million. If someone said, you can have $3 million as long as you come pick it up at 2 o'clock. And I get there at 2:15, I'm like, damn, up off net. Boot. Let's talk about this Tony Harrison versus Jermell Charlo fight tomorrow. I will be going live for that one. Me going live for Chavez and Danny Jacobs, that's still up in the air. I still got a little Christmas shopping to do. Late. Anywho, let's talk about this. Now, in the final press conference, which I loved, Tony Harrison said the one thing that was different than everything else to me, at least I haven't heard him say it, and I think it was facts. Tony Harrison said because of him, this is a big fight. Facts. But he also said that Jermell Charlo, he can't finish his sentences, you know, pretty much saying he's more articulate. So that makes, he is speaking the fight up better than Jermell Charlo. He doesn't even know how to, which I think that's kind of low. Him as a boxer, he should understand that fighters, you know, you got to choose school or boxing. Me, myself, I chose school, which is why I never call these fighters bums. And none of these fighters, I call them bums. Why? I had a decision to make. Did I choose the ring? Did I choose that hard, dark, violent road? No, I chose that safe. Let me calculate this and get this together and make myself, you know, keep my head together. I chose that road. And that was after taking a few punches to the head. I was like, wait a minute, let me think about this. So a fighter makes that choice between boxing and school. Yeah, my hair leaking because of that. Just came out the shower. So it's kind of low, but he's a fighter himself. You know, look, Harlem Nights. There's so many people have made jokes on fighters. Harlem Nights. Remember the heavyweight champion? I forgot his name. But remember when he was like, ready? Of course I'm ready. You know, it was, they always made jokes because that's the thing. But I'm not saying Jermell Charlo talks like, ready? I'm not saying that he talks like that. I'm just saying Tony Harrison saying that was kind of low. But the thing is, he has a point in the fact that how he's speaking talks up the fight. Me, I think he's anxious. I think he's scared. But that has been incorrect before. The famous Muhammad Ali taking on Sonny Liston in the first fight, him talking all day long, everyone just knew Ali was nervous until they checked his heart. Come to find out his heart was beating more normally than Sonny Liston's. So I can be dead wrong in thinking that Tony Harrison is nervous. I see nervousness. I see somebody who knows he can't beat Jermell Charlo, especially after the first fight. You know, I think he he thinks, hey, man, I won that fight. But I think he knows he didn't beat him, and I think he felt some of Jermell Charlo. But, hey, I could be totally wrong. We'll see tomorrow, all right? Another thing I want to say is, what Tony Harrison is doing, him talking up the fight, I always said, because you don't know a fighter doesn't mean he's a bum. Tony Harrison otherwise would be unknown, right? Hurd knocked him out, Tony Harrison. Before he took on Jermell Charlo, everyone saw that's an easy win. He talked himself into becoming this guy. Now, what I don't want to see is if Jermell Charlo beats Tony Harrison, I don't want people to write him off immediately. Oh, yeah. I mean, Tony Harrison wasn't that good anyway. Because then you're talking out both sides of your mouths. It happened with J-Rock. I remember when Jermell Charlo knocked out J-Rock, he was like, whatever. Did J-Rock beat Hurd? It's like, J-Rock. No, man, that's the guy. That's the guy. That was always a good victory. That was always a good challenge. J-Rock. Lubin, same thing. Soon as Jermell knocked out Lubin, it was just, forget Lubin. It's like when someone take a loss. Here, and this is another point I want to make. You're hearing this more consistently now. Anthony Joshua said, I was a better fighter when I wasn't the champion. Facts. Jermell Charlo said that loss made me better. Facts. He said that in the final press conference. When I lost, I learned something. I'm not going to say that I'm just an all-time great fighter, like I can just go in there and beat this guy and I don't have to change. No, he took me back to the drawing board with that loss. I've improved with that loss. And that's the thing, Floyd Mayweather is an enigma because he was able to make those adjustments with being undefeated. Why? Because he had a loss. See, Castillo beat him. So he made the adjustments, but he never took the L on his record. But he learned from that beating he took from Castillo. So he had both. He was able to learn from a beating and stay undefeated. What I'm saying is, everyone needs an ass whooping. ShowBizz, well, don't let me know what you all think in the comments below. I think it's facts. Tony Harrison did make this a big fight. He made this a big fight, okay? Jermell Charlo doing what Jermell Charlo does, is why people hate Jermell Charlo anyway. But my whole thing is, if you hate Jermell Charlo, how do you fanboy for Tony Harrison? Tony Harrison is nothing but a Jermell Charlo on steroids. Anyone know Marvel Comics? He's Abomination to the Hulk. He's Bizarro to Superman. It's like, if you don't like the Hulk, how do you love Abomination? He's twice the Hulk. Tony Harrison wears his sunglasses inside of the building. He talks more than Jermell Charlo. He cuss more. He's more ignorant. Talking about as not ignorant, but as far as what he says is more ignorant. Like he will say, shut the F up, you B, So if you hate Jermell, it's funny how people applaud Tony. I'm out.